Hello, hello. Good evening. Good to see y'all. It's been a few days. Let's see here. Okay, it looks like captions are working. Looks like quality options are also working. Perfect. That's all you can really ask for. Okay. We're back at it with some more Pyre. This one, right? I believe is the save we were using. Pour my tea while we're loading up here. Yes, that's right. We just completed the right against I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but the bog crone who's trying to resurrect her elder god. As one does. Oh yeah, what did we figure out for... I believe last time we decided that the webcam was best for Pyre, like, up here somewhere? Something like that, maybe? Try that out for the moment. Okay, yeah, we don't have any option here. So, Big Bertrude's. Small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. The lone minstrel says someone here can help pursue the stars across the sea. Let's go check it out. This is the place. Let's go see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. Seek Big Bertrude. The minstrel says his client has a friend here who can aid your quest. So what do we got here? Small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. Perfect. Big Bertrude is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows. You can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. Oh! Hey, love! Welcome in. Thank you so much for that resubscription. Why did that not... Why are my alerts not working? There are alerts... Can I replay it? There we go.
Nice bird.
Hi, I love you with my whole heart. Thank you for loving me and helping me be the best version of me.
Thank you so much for that resubscription, love. 4 months already. Wow. That is a lot. Thank you for supporting me, convincing me to try streaming, setting up that lovely text-to-speech, everything in between. I love you so much. Thank you. I love you so much. No, much you? I can't remember what it said now. Need to eat, not be on your phone, but you'll be back soon. No worries, love. Get some good food. Enjoy that pizza. Does this feel like it's lagging strangely? My cursor feels weird. Well. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Thou speakest the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. Ah, he did he? In turn, we knew who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live? Speak plainly and quickly. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that I, Sandalwood, lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Wakingwood, beyond the waters. A labyrinth forest on the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around it. The path to the sacred Mount Elodiel lies far beyond these suffocating woods. We wish to seek him there, though, as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. One called Bertrude frowns at this, studying the low minstrel all the while. Indeed. Then leave us. Return at dawn. That is all. By your grace, Big Bertrude. The low minstrel turns away, but Hedwyn stops him. Hold on, are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. Ah, in a manner of speaking. He helped me find a sense of purpose I thought lost. Hedwig nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'll have to let the others know. An anonymous cheer? Thank you so much for those 2 bits. I appreciate that. You find yourself with time for your vacations while the bog dwellers go about their business. Okay, perfect. What are we going to do this time? I feel like I just always want to mentor a companion. May not be the best decision. Hone your skills as a reader, small global bonus. Yeah, I don't really need that. Stuff to sell and have more money would be nice, I guess, but I think I just always want to make my companions better. That's what I find quite tempting, at least. So what do we got here? Hedwyn's level 3, and I believe the highest. Jody would go past 3 if I did her. Oh, well, actually, we figured out last time that the mentoring gave us, what, 1,000? So, Ruki would level up quick, too. Faye would also level up. I know Faye wouldn't level up. Faye would get quite a ways, though. Ooh, Tiza would level up. Okay. Let's level up Tizo. Scrack! Tizo will be pleased to go over the finer points of the rites with you. Perfect, let's do it. You sit down with Tizo to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense he's beginning to understand. Dope. Tizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the rites, and as part of the Nightwings. So we leveled up. What did we decide we were going for here? Moves much faster, that was that one. What was this one down here? Deals damage, I didn't really care about that. That's alright. That's pretty good. Let's go for the wider range. Users letting what you said of banishment sink in. Lone Minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please, come have a look. The others are already there. Lone Minstrel beckons you to come see the wagon. Step inside. The black wagon appears different now than it did even a day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Wow. You people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude, you could tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us in our voyage north. Our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. And dare thee make flirtations upon us? No, Enough. But should you see that Sandalwood, tell him to also come and visit us again. Now be gone from here and tell no one that we were paid in favors. She slithers off without another word. Soon the Lone Minstrel breaks the silence. We are fortunate that she assisted us. We should go, just as she said. I know the navigational controls and shall explain. This is so exciting, I don't know how to swim. Tiza seems to share Bay's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I'm beginning to feel ill already. Oh, Jody. It'll be okay. Black Wagon has become seaworthy. The Sea of Solace awaits. An impossible oceanic expanse pockmarked by crude little islets. Attempts to sail across the drowned sea do not usually turn out so well. Set sail? You've not yet been to this region of the downside. Before she left, Big Bertrude shared knowledge of a current that should draw you out to sea. Can I not go into my... Okay, we'll do this then. Just like that, our wagon can sail. A worm gulf. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We have crossed into the Worm Gulf. I hope that you are acclimating well. The tempestuous Sea of Solace lies beyond this death-still body of water. Exiled worms from the Sea Dominion naturally congregate around here. There's no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. Exiled worms of the Sea Dominion tend to seek out the cold of the downside seas. Known for being reckless and single-minded, they were perfectly suited to fill the Commonwealth's front lines. We risk everything to sail here. As long as we follow the cold current Big Bertrude indicated, we shall be safe. If the next ride is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way, or as we find ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the Hulk of Horus. Why can I not? I want to be able to interact with my party in the wagon, but it's not letting me. That's okay. Outer Solace, fetid waters off the coast of Flagging Hands. Richard's instructions are to navigate the maze of maws in a curving route bearing northeast? Yeah, that's what it is. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seemed to you a welcome change of pace after having come from Flagging Hands not very long ago. However, Jojariel seems more concerned now than before, paces ceaselessly. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how is he doing? Who, Hedwin? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, retching into the waters if I had to guess. His first time out at sea? His first. She turns to you. Reader, please check on Hedwin when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require his swift recovery. You wish them a good afternoon as you check up on the others in the group. Later, you find Hedwin looking out of sorts. Oh. Hello, my friend. It's just... the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny. All this trouble. Just to get back to the Commonwealth, of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? Everyone wants to know what you missed about your past life. Your book collection? Sure, it was highly illegal, though just the same you miss having had access to those volumes. The few friends you had. Your life was almost always difficult, but several of your longtime confidants did help you to get by. Perhaps the food? Your mouth waters at the thought of it, at least compared with what passes for sustenance here. Nothing springs to mind. You have made conscious efforts to discard most of your memories of living in the Commonwealth. Okay. Hey, McD, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Has not been that long since I saw you hanging out in the chat in Picto's stream. What do I miss about my past life? Doing great, thanks. Nice. Glad to hear it. Said a few friends we had. You tell them that there were those who did support you over the years, and that it pains you to now be apart from them. Yeah, I hear you, my friend. It's someone I miss terribly back there myself. I'm sure that when you make it out of here, your loved ones will be waiting. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. You sense he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him for now. It appears Hedwin is too ill to conduct the next rite. May he soon get well. Your dog just did a very unusual thing of relieving herself on the carpet directly in front of you. Oh gosh, I hope she's feeling alright. And I hope that's not too much trouble to get cleaned up. That's not good. I'm sorry for my interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point on our voyage. Onward we go. Gosh, this is pretty. By the scribes of the sea. I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you now can see what must be the hulk of Orus on the far on the horizon. It's the spot in the basement that she loves to sniff, so you figure there's a reason. Oh, okay. Something about it that she's taken an interest in. Luckily you have carpet cleaner. Nice. Okay, it's good you have some of that on hand. Not everyone has taken well to the sea voyage, however. Oh, Tizo, are you okay? Tizo is wondering if Hedwin is feeling better. Oh no, he's not. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is wish him a swift recovery. Reader, sir, from this point, our voyage must diverge from Bertrand's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. Okay. So try and get over here. So, let's say a carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Dazerban lost in the waters of the downside. Interesting. Under King Pass. The north current towards the hulk of Orus runs as quick as Under King Orus himself. They believe that the 8 scribes shall bless you here. Or the south current toward the Hulkavorus teems with fish and other sea life. Tiza wants to fish for something tasty here. Likely one of your parents' dogs got to that spot first. Oh, and there's still a lingering trace. Yeah, that could definitely be it. Once they figure out that a certain spot is where you're supposed to go, they don't waste much time. From a mechanics perspective, I feel like this is just going to give me like a buff for the next right, whereas this would give me something I could sell for money. So I'd rather go here from like a game, not like gameplay, but from a, like a character RP perspective. I'd rather go interact with the bay. So that's what we're gonna do. Fine bay gazing down to the depths. The water is so very beautiful, and yet it's very dangerous. They always said it's very dangerous if you fall in or drink enough of it. But the scribes, they have protected us, and they are watching, I just know. Even out here in the waters of Under King Horus, they are just on. I feel it. I just know. There's no denying that the north current sends you quickly on your way. Perhaps it is the thought of reaching land again, but you can sense a spring in everybody's step. Ooh, 2 quickness for the next right. That's actually quite nice. At last you arrive at the Hulkavorus after journeying across the sea. It seems the next raid is to commence here soon, though there is no sign of your next adversaries yet. Okay, finally I can go check out what's going on in the Black Wagon. So what do we got here? Nautical bell. I'm on the Black Wagon seafaring equipment. Headwind uses it to signal when food is ready. What's this? No. Silver Cudgelhead, a limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It is fully grown, which has led to a rich life. Fascinating. This is all the same stuff we've seen before, mostly. Let's check out the Book of Rites. What's our new page? I believe we read this before. Yes. So we just have this one here. Ooh, quickness? Yeah, quickness is OP in my opinion. The Emperor Solium Mur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Sklorian, in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand, they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Interesting. Gosh, a leader who, when they see the suffering of their people, it actually changes how they think about things? Can't relate. Sandra's status cursing the stars? Oh no. You called for me, lovely reader? Okay, there's no one who needs a trial right now, that's okay. There's an undulation I have sensed, reader, which means I think that your Black Wagon seals the seas, am I not right? Of course I am. She laughs at this, or at herself perhaps. I scarce remember the sea. It has been a little while since I bathed in it, you understand. My memories that are wistful nonetheless. Although, if I remember correctly, the Sea of Solace is a disgusting mockery of the emerald seas near the Empire. Do be careful out there, will you? Now let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. We'd best stick to business. It's bid her farewell.
Tu jaraberamtas.
Till our next appointment. Okay, what are you saying, Jody? Seems to have something on her mind. Reader, a moment of your time. Yes, what is on her mind?
Tom Diaman.
Hedwin. He's beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I've known Hedwin since he was a child. Even now I hesitate to say that he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course. In case that is unclear, I shall tell him in my own way, if and when the time requires. In any case, when times remind me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off a while.
Umele Tom.
What I mean to say is, you should know that I am fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwin is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. That's all I wish to say. Take care, reader. She nods and brushes past you towards the door. What's going on at the slug market? Hey you guys, funny running into you out here, right in the middle of the drink. Know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. Okay, what do we got that we didn't have last time? Pinch of Stardust. Thorn Knot. When aura casting raises the bear's maximum range by 8%, that's okay. That's the bear plus 2 presents. I want the Pinch of Stardust. Sure. I don't really want any of those. I think I've got pretty good talismans otherwise. Come see us again, guys. Where would I go now to interact with my talismans? Common room, maybe? That's the spot. What do we got? We got his thing. That... leveling that up makes a huge difference, holy shit. Okay, so leveling that up, it does nothing for the moment. We need to level up multiple ranks to get it to do more than it's currently doing. What about this? Yeah, 13 times, that's okay. What do you have on you? Boost that to 33, that would be alright. Is Ruki's thing even good enough that I want to... invest in leveling it up, though? Maybe not yet. Maybe I'll just hold on to my Pinch of Stardust. I don't need to use it right away. Okay, let's go see what this right's gonna be. Having landed at the Hulk of Horus, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Mr. Hedwin? Tizo is worried that Hedwin is still feeling unwell. Wait, I think... what's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the Sea Dominion. What they all are doing here, you see playing by the ritual raiments, the nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Oh yes, I forgot about this guy. Good sirs and good ladies. So it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honor. And this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, and lest this knight forget. He's called Sir Gilman. He's salutes you on behalf of the Pyre Hearts. Until the contest. He's a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor. A triumvirate of Wormhearts who perceive the rites as great battles to be won. Splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange light. Glory attribute affects how much damage exiles can inflict to the adversary's pyre. Each exile can have a talisman equipped. These can grant a significant advantage in the rites, especially once upgraded with Stardust.
Relentless, aren't we, reader? Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the hulk of Orus.
Apparently.
You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
A little bit of a different map this time too, with the pyres being in the opposite corners. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Horus as your adversaries clamber into view. You keep paws up for them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth? Or the Sea Dominion, or wherever it is you're from? I don't think we looked at Sea Dominion yet. Vast and war-torn undersea regime, home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. Having conquered their waters, the worms clambered onto the Commonwealth shores in search of new wars. An excellent point. It seems that these adversaries and the rites are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get rid of them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helms, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gilman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. Wait. Wait. Ah! Give this knight his mask. This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage, is it not? He's a petty worm knight of the Sea Dominion who somehow survived countless battles. Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So yes, you can swim or no? Ah, of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilgum, then nobody cares, but back to your post. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. That this knight knows who you are, Nightwings, and he is not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. Now on guard. Exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Reader, Edwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us.
Now let us begin.
Okay, let's go check out what they've got going on over here. 25 quickness. Yeah, so they're, if I recall correctly, they're just really speedy is their main thing. 17 hope's kind of high too. 31 quickness, that's kind of nuts. 25, 31, and 28. Pretty high hope as well. So they're fast as hell. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna need... I don't have anyone as fast as them, which is...
Your decision.
Okay, first, let's take this off of Tizo. Then let's put it on Jodariel and run Jody.
Jodariel.
Ruki and let's do Bay.
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 It is done.
Oh wow, I've heard so many tales of the Worm Knights. I thought they would be more impressive though. Gilman's status report. What is the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront us, sir. Sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this knight's eye. Brave? Air-sucking monsters, one and all. Firehearts, be ready.
Commence. Too bad for that.
Oh wow,
one.
why is the game running so... Is there something like eating my computer's ability to do this in a reasonable way? That felt really choppy. Let me see here. Steam, you're not like doing an update right now, are you? No. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, sorry about that. No, there isn't really anything that shouldn't be running. Um, I mean, I shut down a couple of things. Let's see if that makes this a little better. Okay, that feels better already. Yeah, that feels smoother.
Gilman banished.
Come on out. I'm trying to stack up my thing on you. Okay, we'll just score. We got some good stuff out of Jody there.
Quite the close call there, no?
Nice.
climb.
Good work, Faye. Okay, now we got Jody back.
Oh. I almost pity what transpired there. Ah.
Oh, they got Jody. That's not good.
Someone there rose to the occasion. That one almost
Barely.
got through.
Wait, I'm not seeing the
Such fervor.
I'm not seeing the money counter tick up indicate that I'm getting the money for those kills. Did I not put that on like I was supposed to?
Another bastion. Oh my word.
Yeah, I think I messed up and I didn't put the right
Once more.
the right trinkets on.
We are finished here. Yes. And it is done.
Well, that was pretty straightforward.
The Nightwings prevail. Their hapless adversaries stood no chance. The right is done.
I expected more from the Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. Those worms are quick alright, but Rookie Greentail's quicker. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly, but we still won. We won. This knight commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. Silence, Gilman. This is all your fault, and now, cavorting with our enemies? How dare you? This knight was but a tempting honorary compliment, sire. Is it not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversaries on a worthy outcome? Worthy? This knight will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You're a failure, Gilman. Get now from this knight's sight.
What stirs now in the hearts of all these exiles?
Oh no, she was holding it. Focus, training prowess, the path towards survival on the blood border. These rights make similar demands of us. Lids, hello again. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming over with everyone. I really appreciate that. I don't think you necessarily messed up. Well, no, yeah, it's not really a mistake as much as I just meant to do something and didn't, but it's okay. Hey, what's up? Not too much. Just started a little while ago. Just finished our first rite of this campaign against the Pyre Hearts, and it's going well. Let me see here if I. You were playing some more Pyre 2 as well today. Were you doing another tournament or more of the same tournament if you didn't finish it off last time, or some other sort of PvP stuff? What were you up to today? The northern edge of the Commonwealth is a flat and vulnerable expanse. The Highwing remnants seized upon it at every opportunity, from the cover of clouds or darkness. So she was holding a lucrative contract. Did I just get all 12 eliminations really quickly at the start before I was paying attention, and then I just wasn't seeing it pop up because I had already maxed it out, I guess? Must have been. Finished the tournament last week, so this was non-tournament multiplayer power. Nice! Don't really want to do that. What was this one down here? Let's do that one. Rookie didn't quite level up, that's okay.
Until the
Solid.
stars align.
Good stuff. So is Pyre like sort of one of your like main games that you stream frequently, or have you been sort of on a kick of it lately, but it's not like always in the rotation? After defeating the Pyre Hearts in a decisive victory, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. Every Sunday, nice! That's awesome. Little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seem to have already swam off toward wherever next the stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turns towards your companion, who was absent for the rite. Yeah, how is Hedwyn feeling? How is Hedwyn? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him.
Saze.
I urged him to remain bedridden.
Hira.
And
Ham.
he simply would not listen.
Decriparibas.
I'm very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel, I should wring that neck of yours.
Se prepara home.
As I was attempting to explain, Hedwyn is already up and about. Despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. Are you a doctor?
Senin.
Nay, although I traveled once with one extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tariq, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I've had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before.
Sentanadira.
So you were back among the living then, Hedwyn? I was just seasick.
Temeravanta.
Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we all could use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you, or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. The stars shine down upon you. Seek again your destination. Okay, so that's where we're at. This is... Okay, we came from this way. We're probably going further north, maybe? Yes. Trieste, the Silver Star. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of Black Basin. Still further north, then.
Autumn Tarisa.
Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem?
Kirasi Feret.
Our destination is beyond the Deathless Tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. A tempest raging in the Sea of Solace seemingly for all eternity. The storm that arose after the death of the Sea Titan, unfathomed plurnus never has entirely subsided. Can't we go around it?
Varem Tamili.
Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. I mean, we kind of wrecked them. I feel like we could manage, but... Come on, people. It'll just be another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. Developing new trials. I'm pretty sure it tells me when someone has a Sander trial available. But I'm just gonna go see what she has to say. What brings you to me this time, my dear reader? Oh, nothing new on her mind. Okay. Know where to find me. Bay seems to have something on her mind. Oh, hi, mister. I'm so happy right now. I'm happy because I was so worried about Mr. Hedwin for a while there, you know? He was so kind to me when we first met. Him and Mr. Jariel and Mr. Greentail. And you, too. But I just really like him. She sighs. She seems happy to be here. Say, do you, She trails off for a moment. Do you think he likes me, too? Bay is wondering if you think Hedwin likes her. Encourage her. If she is wondering how Hedwin feels about her, she should just talk to him. Let her down. Bay should know Hedwin enjoys her company, but may not share her feelings beyond that. Change the subject. There must be a way to redirect her attention to something less awkward. I can't remember at all what I did last time. I'm going to encourage her. I'm a fan of open communication. If you like Hedwin, you should tell Hedwin. You suggest to Bay that if she has certain feelings for Hedwin, that she should let him know. It's a rare privilege to feel loved. She stares at you a moment. And she begins to laugh. Oh, you're so silly, mister. I didn't mean like him like that. That's so embarrassing. Besides, I think that maybe he's a little old, you know? I'm gonna go cheer him up. This is a funny story. She bounds off, leaving you to ponder what just happened, exactly. Plus one hope for the next right. Okay, so there's nothing else to look at in here at the moment. Continue your journey. Okay, so we can check out Froth Sea. South current towards Stormwall brings... Oh, brims with large sea creatures, sorry. Tizo seems very eager to see the wagon head in this direction. Doesn't say why. Oh, we got Ragged Rock. The north current towards Stormwall passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. Rookie spotted wreckage in the area and believes there could be valuables to find. Here you go for some more valuables, some more money. The remnants of a shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions, given that the massive Deathless Tempest rages in the north, not far from your position. Hear about having to take care of some stuff? No worries, love. Welcome in. Or, well, welcome back, I should say. We'll have to be more concerned with that storm than in finding trinkets, Greentail? Relax, Jody, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're the one out there keeping watch and start telling you to come off of it now, do I? You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before turning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take time, but you may find something to show for it. Jadar is correct that your focus ought to be on finding passage. No, it is no use Rookie rarely is mistaken when it comes to matters of finding valuables. Yeah, let's keep looking. You suggest it may be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage after having come this far. Rookie grins wide. You can see it my way, chum. Now let's see what we can get. After an exhaustive search... Shoot. I'm sorry, chum, I think it was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down there. Jadario fumes at all this, but says nothing. Ooh, Jadario lost one hope for the next raid. I mean, that's alright. It's not that big an inconvenience. You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. Stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Then something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies and good sirs. This knight beseeches you to hear him, if you please. What is it now, Worm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do, and in turn this knight has further need of you, good lady. Out with it, then. Let us be joined. Let this knight join you, please. You believe this, Hedwin? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor on the rights did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you upon his long-lost honor as a would-be knight errant of the Sea Dominion, that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre Hearts? They are base cowards. This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters, having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the hulk of Horus. Never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. I find that hard to believe. You guys were real pushovers. I'm sure someone's trounced you that thoroughly before. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage to the north? With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jadario pulls the rest of you aside after Hedwin gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask. This one seems about as good as we're going to get. Jadario glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. Hedwin is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, then he can come along for now. This knight is overjoyed, and he hereby swears to see you pass the storm. But first, this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessings in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall he go forth. Sir Gilman seems to be asking your permission for something. Yes, tentatively agree to whatever he is asking so he can get on with it already. Beg pardon, it's not clear to you as to what exactly Sir Gilman intends to do for you right now. Yeah, let's go with it. As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths, yet through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he's going and what he intends to do. Sir Gilman is determined to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, help see his mission through. Okay. Sir Gilman has an aura trail that extends behind him. Press B to snap to the end of the trail in an aura slash. Oh, yes. I vaguely am remembering this character now. Or, well, I mean, I remember him, but I mean remembering like how he plays. Determined to prove himself to you in the Nightwing, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then he implores you now, lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought not be far east of here. Totally the best character. He's pretty great. Though, with that said, I really like the whole cast in this game. It's a fantastic ensemble. Hey, this game looks cool as fuck. Hey, Sammy, welcome in. Good to see you. It is indeed cool as fuck, as I know you know. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden. But they are highly just. Thus Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. How are y'all? I'm doing pretty well. I've been very tired lately, but I mean otherwise everything's going okay for the most part. Though, well, last week I mentioned about all that time I spent clearing snow off the nearby pond because I was hoping that after raining and then freezing again it would give me some good ice. It did not give me some good ice. It was completely unskateable. So that was pretty disappointing for me this weekend. But otherwise I'm doing good. I hope you are doing good as well. Thus Sir Goodman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Traverse the reef. Alright, so we got our jump. We dash back to the end of our trail. Slash everything in between. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask about that. It's too bad you didn't get to skate. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but it's okay. It happens. You can't control the weather or Mother Nature, so I gotta jump these things. So sometimes it does not cooperate. Where there might be one more opportunity to get a good freeze. This week coming. The next week after this week, it's supposed to be like above 0 the whole week. So I think, and we're gonna be into March. So I think we're pretty much at the end of ice season. So we have one more opportunity, but I'm not holding my breath. It might just have to wait till next year. Twitch isn't wanting to load for you. I'm so upset. Oh gosh, love, I'm sorry. Although if it's not loading, you probably can't see that. Or you probably can't hear that, rather. Doing good. Been playing Bravely Default 2 a lot and watching the new Walking Dead up in an hour. Oh, nice. Yes, I heard that they were having some more episodes. Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed plurns. Plurnas? Boiling the seas with their wrath. The sea titan once slain by the scribe under King Horus, her brood lies dormant in the sea. Tales of her monstrosity long spread across the world. Are you enjoying Bravely Default, Sammy? I've heard good things about it. I've been meaning to get into, I downloaded the demo for Project Triangle. Well, Project Triangle Strategy, I guess is the full title. I haven't gotten to play it yet, but I'm looking forward to giving it a try. Exiled worms within these waters long have harbored these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downside's channels for any save this knight's own kind. Be gone now from here, fiends. This night shall finish what the Under King Horus started. Yes, Bravely Default 2 is really good so far. Nice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Love the art. Yeah, everything about this game is gorgeous. There we go. Uh-oh. Hold it right there, you traitorous slug. How dare you turn your back on this knight? To your superior. Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth, last this knight checked. Here, you hold no sway over this knight. And what have you done to the spawn? Have you no honor left at all? This This knight has done that which required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Why you? You dare to staunch the Tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge. This knight was born to dare. Now come and fight this knight if you so dare as well. Ah, Pyre Hearts, banish him! This is an order. I gotta take out 8 of them? Oh, didn't work. What now, Sir Deluge? Shall you not face this knight yourself and leave the dirty work unto your charges? Fine, Gilman. You wish to stand against your commander, then have it your way. Sir Marsh, Lady Seagrass, to me. Banish now this troublemaker. Sir Marsh, she is a Worm Knight, duty-bound to serving Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts. Lady Seagrass, she is a Worm Knight, duty-bound to serving Sir Deluge and the Pyre Hearts. Oh. They got me. You see, Gilman, you shall ever be inferior even among the weakest of our kind? Gilman? Where did you go? Gilman! Gilman! Sir Gilman's banishment served as the perfect ruse for him to elude his adversaries and return to his newfound allies. It's unfortunate that I didn't quite do that perfectly. Oh well. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie. And yet, another stain upon this blackened reputation. Until we meet again? But wait, you lowly traitor. This knight will have your head. Gilman! Gilman? Skinner? R// fires instantly when you press B, whereas most exiles have to charge up their attacks. True. As the day wears on, there's still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless, but then... Hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell, and new scars to show for them. Hey, Mango, good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you are doing well today. Thanks for stopping by. Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And more importantly, that little Tempest dot no longer pose a threat for now. Behold! As if on cue, the Deathless Tempest begins to simmer and subside. Would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. Worm Knight then collapses and exhausted. You and Hedwyn help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group. He also revealed a path north for you. Bid him welcome. Sir Gilman revealed a gap in the storm that seems safe enough to traverse. Let's go. This weekend has been very meh. Did finish Heaven's Ward today. Looking forward to Stormblood and finally pick back up Breath of the Wild. Nice, Mango. That's great. Did you enjoy the end of Heaven's Ward? With Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You were true to your word, Worm. I shall give you that. But now what? We are stranded in this cursed storm. Most excellent question. And from one most fair. Call me that once more and I shall tie you in a knot. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wise to side with ye. Just, where do we turn from here? Answer the question now. Sir Gilman does no such thing. Although eventually he does make a note of a specific current that should lead you to the lands beyond.
Reviscavas.
If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We are close to making landfall. McD, what? Thank you so much for giving that sub to Sammy. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I don't have a brand new sub video for you all, unfortunately, but thank you so much. Celebrating a good day today? Nice. I'm glad you have something to celebrate. That's wonderful. And we all know Sammy is awesome. You're not wrong at all. Sammy is indeed fantastic. I already read this. And let me be the first to say, let's go. We're on the verge of sailing across the Sea of Solace. Voyage onward. Oh, right, we have a command now, though, for the, for welcoming people. Thank you, love, I forgot about that. Yes, welcome to name pending, Sammy. And so are you, McD? Very true, yes. And then no, you Mango. Yes, that's true. You're all fantastic. You're all very wonderful people. And I appreciate that you all want to spend some of your limited amount of time here with me. You can go all day. Say, Tariq?
Mire.
Hi, Rookie, what is it?
Animencaros.
The loot you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you?
Sa.
Why, I suppose I do.
Amorihare.
Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here and we could use a little tune to lighten up the mood, know what I mean?
Vara.
Hi. Let me see what I can do.
For the salt and
Oh, yes.
moon began to cry.
I want to stay on the screen for a little bit and listen to this, because I remember exactly this part in the song being great.
The waters high, the misty morning over the brine belies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise.
No, I just use it as a weapon.
Oh,
Can it be a D&D bard that doesn't sing, just uses instruments as weapons? I mean, that'd be pretty cool. You could get some fun stuff out of that, to be honest.
The place where Plurna scuttled her foe, the doomed ship still resides. The Titan met her end on its prow, forsaken by the tides. In death she leaves her stain on the place. The tempest never dies.
Also today, pre-ordered Snap and the physical copy of Hades. Oh, that's awesome, McD. That's great. Yeah, I know a lot of people are really excited for Snap. I was not huge into the original when I was younger. I didn't have, what was it on? Was Snap a 64 game? I can't remember. I didn't play it that much anyway, so I don't have a ton of nostalgia for that franchise, but it looks beautiful. Like what they've shown us so far, the new one looks amazing. So I'm really excited for everyone who is looking forward to it. And I mean, Hades. Y'all have heard me gush endlessly about Hades. That's a fantastic decision. Can I sing? I think the question should be, should I sing? That song was great. So Gilman claims the downside's northern landmass should be just beyond these waters. Just take out your lute, pretend you're gonna sing, then bam, and go, I might need a new lute. Don't know if you had Snap, did have Pokemon TV? Oh, sure, nice. Heard that a Snap was 64 years ago, and boy, my brain just did a whiplash. You want to feel old? Your childhood was 50 years ago. Brother loaned your 64 collection to a friend. Not still upset about that. Oh, it loaned as in you didn't get it back. That's unfortunate, McD. I'm sorry to hear that. We I'm confident that we had a Super Nintendo when I was a kid, but then I think my parents like sold it, but they claim that never happened. But I know that my sister and I spent a lot of hours playing Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and I know that was a SNES game, or was it a regular NES game? Either way, we had a console that we played on a lot, and then it disappeared, and they claim they don't know what happened to it. It was during a phase of his life that was not good. Oh, sure. Last your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground, a land called Black Basin. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. Black glass, searing vapor, and struggling forests mark the forsaken lands that loom across the sea. Know you had a Sega when you were little. Don't remember if we had anything else before GameCube. Sure. Uh, 64 was your first console. 64 was a lot of people's first. My very first was an Intellivision. I remember playing the Lion King game, the Page Master game, and Sonic. Nice, yeah. Those are some classics for sure. I loved the Page Master film. You never hear anyone talk about Page Master, really. I don't know why. I thought it was really good. But it seems to get forgotten a lot. That was a NES game, yes? You remember Grandma had a NES with that game? Played a lot of NES when you were at your grandparents' house for dinner? Oh, we've got Gilman to talk to. Sandra's laughing softly at something. Let's go talk to her. I can sense you out there somewhere. What is it that you want? What's on your mind, Sandra? So then we are back on solid land, or something like it? This must be Black Basin. Flames and noxious fumes on one side, suffocating forest on the other. Lovely, lovely place. So good of you to take me here. You truly would pursue those blasted stars until the farthest corners of this land, it seems. Though I had better cease my blasphemy, or else the scribes themselves might just descend from up on high and strike me with another much-deserved penalty. The thrill of such transgressions, reader. Sometimes it keeps me going, not that I have any real choice. Now, we had best get back to our normal business, as it were. I don't have any normal business for you, I just like to check in. Farewell for now, then, reader. Glad not the only one who remembers it. Yeah, I don't know if it was just, like, didn't do well at the time. See, it's hard to remember, like, things that were a huge part of my childhood, but they're, like, I don't actually know if they were, like, widespread popular or somehow I just discovered them. So, like, I don't know if Page Master was even, like, popular when it came out, or if it, like, was it a box office hit? Was it a box office flop? Like, I have no idea. Did just, like, nobody else really watch it, and that's why I don't hear about it talked much? I am not sure. First console was a PS2, though. Remember everyone around you had consoles where they meet? Was Was it even good? Who knows? Exactly. Yeah, I had those early consoles that I was talking about, the Intellivision and the NES, and I think a SNES. We might have had a 64 at one point too. But then after that, what did I get? I never had any PlayStations when I was growing up. I didn't get my first PlayStation console until I was in university, and it was a PS3. But between like those ones and like high school, I didn't have anything, and then in like high school, I used my own money to buy myself a 360. Because I really wanted to play Guitar Hero, but I was mostly a PC gamer back then. Was it even good? Who knows? I had one of those 8-bit games that was like standalone thing that was Lion King. Oh yes, like the yeah, I know what you mean. Like you just bought that and hooked it up by itself. Oh, Lids, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Remember I had a DS Lite, never had a Game Boy, which shocked people. Yeah, I never had a Game Boy either. Well, not until. No, I guess my first Nintendo handheld was a DS of a variety. Gotta head out, but have a good night. Okay, Lids, thank you so much for bringing people over in that raid again. I really appreciate that. I'll get you a before you go. I will get you just another shout out here. People should go check out and maybe drop Lids a follow. They play a lot of Pyre every Sunday. They play Pyre and a lot of multiplayer stuff, which I imagine is probably really exciting and fun to watch. I haven't dipped into Pyre multiplayer myself much, but I just from the way the gameplay works, I could see it being very intense and really fun. So that sounds very cool. Thank you again, Lids, and take care. Have a good night. I hope you get some good rest. Really only played Mr. Games on the PC like Nancy Drew and the like growing up. Oh, sure. I mean, yeah, Mr. Games are a lot of fun, though. So sorry it's still not loading at all. It errors out like 5 seconds, so just sitting in chat hoping you can catch stuff. Oh, gosh, love, I'm so sorry. Again, not that you can necessarily hear that. Alright, we need to talk to Gilman in here. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards you with a single eye. Hail, Master Reader. This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. This is such an honor, and this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. I'm dabbling with trying to read each of the characters slightly differently, but I feel like my Gilman's all over the place. I feel like when I haven't done it for a bit, like even like 10 minutes, and then I come back to Gilman, I'm just like, how was I saying Gilman? Having fled the Pyre Hearts, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirants this knight has met, and perchance, mentioned by name, they are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong! The exiles who refuse to obey the rules, as they are written by the Underking Orus and his 7 friends, deserve neither his honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have confidence that the Master Reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness. So please excuse him, Master Reader. Is Big Fish game still a thing? That's what you got like puzzle games on and virtual families and stuff? I'm not sure. Think Big Fish is still available? Yeah, I really don't know. I haven't heard... I feel like I haven't heard about it in a long time, but that doesn't mean it's not around. Played a lot of Inspector Parker, which was big fish era, but maybe not big fish. Love, you gonna head upstairs, maybe it'll work on your phone. It was before. But not before having to take Zero out again. I really don't like having a dog. Yeah, I'm sorry, love. It's a lot to get used to, especially when you weren't planning to have a dog, and then all of a sudden you have one to take care of. Slivers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. Survey the surroundings. There's no clear path up the cliffs, so you'll need to use what time you have to make one. You find that Headwind has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright everyone, don't go too far. Let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The EXLs dwelling these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. It's just hard because you didn't make the choice of having him, and I don't know, it's just sort of being a downer back. Love y'all. No, love, it's okay. You're not being a downer, it's completely alright. I know you probably still, since you're in the middle of transitioning and it wasn't working for you anyway, that you probably can't hear me because you're on your way to go upstairs, but for your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. It's valid, having something thrust upon you is frustrating. Absolutely, yeah. Pets are a lot of work even for someone who like intends to get one and like knows exactly what they're getting themselves into, let alone when someone just all of a sudden has to take care of one out of nowhere. And plus, and this is kind of interesting because pets are almost backwards from people in a way. Like when you first get like a puppy or a kitten, they're actually a fair bit less work at that age than they are a little bit older than that. Like when they're big enough to like kind of go crazy and need tons of time and attention is when they take the most work. When you first bring them home, they're usually pretty chill and don't get into a whole lot, which sort of gives you time to ease you into the responsibility of owning them when they're full grown. Some days you are so over it, sure. That's a lot, not even easy for one person, yeah. But it's turning 12 in April? Oh, wow! That's getting up there. What a good boy. Eventually your companions make their way back and everyone arrives as planned or earlier. Hi everyone, I'm back. I've come back. Bay returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This Nightjet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Gilman, returns from the northern pass, visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish lives in the pools or rock nearby. Though Limp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind, he remains with you near the wagon. There is a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows and the crags may well cover our advance against whomever may be watching. Begging your pardon. I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madam, though, in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb toward the nest of Trieste. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. Look at that Papa grew up. Wow, so old. I got you a cake. But you ate it. Makes me anxious, but I try not to think about it too much. He still looks like a puppo. I mean, yeah, he's got plenty of time left. 12's not like old. I mean, depending on the breed, of course, but I don't think it's something you need to worry about anytime soon. The exiles of the Highwing Remnants. You may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me, for now. They may be able to negotiate safe passage. Hey, Griff, good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you are doing well today. Negotiate with them. Then Hedwig steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now, that much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jadar glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. You have the rest of the day to practice your vocations. Doing okay? How goes this? It's going pretty well so far. I don't know if you're familiar with Pyre, but it's another super giant entry, and it has just as much sort of polish and finesse put into it as all of their titles. Use well your time. I mean, I feel like mentoring people is always the strat. So I'm gonna do it. Now who needs experience the most? Imagine if an aura had horns this big. Oh, as big as Jodariel's? That would be fantastic. I wish you could make them have them that. Yeah, the customization options aren't quite that crazy in 14, but that'd be awesome. Miss having a dog, but oof, you do not miss going out early, morning, afternoon, and evening. I think that if I'm going to get any pet, you might actually get a cat, at least if it's going to be just me. Sure, absolutely, yeah. Cats are fantastic too. Hey, love, welcome back. Is it working any better on your phone? What do we got here? Murky. They could use some. Oh, we'll mentor Gilman since he's so far behind in experience. This knight shall be your eager protege. That was not how I say his lines. Oh well. You and Sir Gilman spend some time reviewing some of the specific aspects of the rites, such as the properties of the aura. You sense you gained something from it. Had a cat once, found out you were allergic. Oh no, Sammy. That's unfortunate. It's working on your phone? Nice, that's good. You're really cranky? Oh, I'm sorry. Old cat passed on due to cancer of all things? Oh, I'm sorry, Griff. We had a couple. One passed... Jeez, was it just this last fall? No, I think it was the fall before that. Time all runs together. And we think it was cancer. We're not positive because it came on so quickly that he had to be put down before there was time to actually send anything away for a biopsy, but the vet was pretty sure it was cancer. Yeah. That was ages ago, though. Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. I haven't looked at even what your skill trees do yet, Gilman. So Gilman, when all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. It's kind of a good emergency thing. You don't really want to get yourself in a situation where all your allies get banished, but if you do, that's kind of nice. Once per round, when saluting his adversaries, Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. It's kind of weird. So Gilman's allies are banished, he moves faster than usual and temporarily has infinite stamina. What? For 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Sir Gilman deals an additional 10 to the adversary's pyre. It's okay. So Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. After using a slash, Sir Gilman can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. Oh, it's like a double slash. It's kind of cool. So Gilman's slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. After using a slash, Sir Gilman instantly recovers all his stamina. Both these trees seem pretty good. I'm going to start down this one. The This knight has no idea what the master reader said exactly. It feels smarter nonetheless. Okay. Let's drop out of here for a second. I am going to take just a quick break. I want to get some water so I can stay hydrated, and I also need to use the washroom, but I shall not be very long. This is a little earlier than I usually take my break, but if anyone else needs to do anything to take care of themselves, please do so. I urge you to make sure your own needs are being taken care of. Starting a new class tomorrow. I hope you pass this one, but what else is new? You've got it, Sammy. You're fantastic at your chosen line of vocational learning. Like the when we were setting that thing up, and you sent me that work you had done as like the example. Like you're really good at that stuff. And once you get the syllabus, we can make a schedule of due dates and stuff. Yeah, that always helps. Okay, I will be back shortly. See you all soon. Hello, hello. I should probably put the screen back to this screen. Did I miss? What did I miss? Just had another piece of pizza, but now your stomach hurts because it was too many pieces of pizza. Oh no, love. Well, at least it was. I assume if you ate too much, though, that means it was good and you were enjoying it. So I'm glad. I'm glad that it was tasty. Not to already disappoint, but you just checked your grades and they're all back and fine. Well, still same. We wouldn't be disappointed in you even if they aren't what you were hoping they'd be. It happens. No, too much pizza. As long as you pass, and if you didn't, we can figure it out. Yeah, absolutely. On the bright side, pizza's delicious, so it's easy to have. It's so easy to have too much. Yeah, absolutely. Did not unfortunately, but I suppose I can figure it out. Have the rest of the semester to get grades back up before they might kick me out. Low GPA now. Oh, sure. Yeah, pizza's delicious. I wish you noticed sooner, but the Friday no excuse deadline. Oh, yeah. I know that they like to give professors and teachers a little bit of leeway in like being able to run things how they want. I feel like more educational institutions need to sort of implement like more universal setups and rules. Like I get that it's supposed to be like, in real life every job has different requirements and different deadlines and stuff, and so you just need to be used to like they tell you when to do stuff and that's when you do it. But I feel like an institution should potentially consider across the board more being like these are how courses can be structured, and maybe they don't all have to be structured exactly the same, but they could maybe have a few set templates and be like, hey, you're a professor, could you maybe fit your course into one of these kind of templates, just so like there aren't students coming in who have no idea like what your requirements are and what like when your deadlines are and that kind of thing. Yeah, the calendar should hopefully help. Hey, Tetris, good to see you. Welcome in. I've been catching up on chat here a little bit, so sorry to only see that now. But welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. It was subpar pizza. You're just sad. Oh no. Well, that would never happen. Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling. Dare you to get a group of professors to agree on this. You actually have brought that same mentality up and got your ass chewed out in a class. And not in the good way. Do not want to be in that kind of meeting? Oh, sure. I mean, I bet it's not. I bet it's not pleasant trying to tell some of them to do things any different than how they have been for however long they've been at it. Why is my mind blanking on the word? The word at academic institutions when you've been there long enough, and so you get that thing that you get. That basically means that then after that you can do whatever the hell you want. Tenure! Yes, thank you, love. That's exactly what I was talking about. We're a stubborn lot? Yeah. It's okay. Well, it's just such a mixed bag, right? Because you've got some who are actually passionate about teaching, and then you've got some who, you know, basically have zero interest in teaching, but they need to do a certain number of courses to continue getting their research funding, because that's why they're actually working there, is to do research. And like, I mean, it's good to have research institutions because it's a great opportunity for students to see actual research being done and to learn on it from that method. But when you have people who are only teaching because they have to, rather than because they actually want to teach people things, it kind of gets into a bit of a weird setup. In your career, you're so excited for tenure. Life without it is terrible. Absolutely, yeah. But also abolish tenure. Exactly, yes. I can definitely see how that would be a thing where like you don't like the concept, but like absolutely you want it because it's a thing. And I hope you get it, McD. Yeah, absolutely. Sooner rather than later. Although I know that me saying sooner rather than later implies that I want some of your coworkers to pass away, which I don't. But you know what I mean. It's such a horrible bias system. The thing that made it worse was you had not read that in the course description, or you had misunderstood it, and that was the last points you needed for your bachelor. Oh yeah, that's rough, Mango. Gosh. Did I? Oh yes, because I meant to come back to what you said that about. Taking a class you had failed before but passed the obligatory task. Most of the classes you have already taken takes the obligatory task that you passed on the first time you took it, so you don't have to turn in a new one on the same subject. Okay, sure, yeah. Turned out that one class did not work like this, so you turned in your exam but got no grade because that obligatory assignment did not move over. Ah, yes. Yeah. Have friends in institutions that don't have tenure at all, and while the theory is good, the practice hasn't been successful. You'll go for tenure in like 2 years. Okay, that's not too far off. Nice. And then, yeah, I guess the problem Mango had illustrates a bit of the downside of what I was suggesting, which is that if you do manage to get most of them on the same page and doing kind of the similar things, the one who doesn't, you're probably going to have extra people getting screwed over in that instance because they don't realize that it's different, right? Oh, I just brought you a fish? Oh, Ollie, thank you. Okay, let's get back in here. I got my... He's just getting you a snack. I got my snacks while I was away for break. It's a stuffed one. Mm-hmm. The lower road to the nest of Trieste passes through razor-sharp sands. Jadar wishes to avoid the harps by staying on low ground. Fair. The high road to the nest of Trieste is patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. The little minstrel believes he can negotiate safe passage with the harps via this path. Jody's not happy to be here at all. I feel like let's take her route just to make her feel a little better about this whole situation. It was your mistake, but man, you wish they had said something? Yeah. I get it's a university and the students have to do most things their own, but man, that sucked. Oh yeah, absolutely. Try to reach out to your students when it looks like they missed something. But it can be hard to keep track of things. Oh yeah, for sure, especially depending on like class sizes at the institution in question, right? Sometimes there's so many students in a class. The Shadowlands of Blackshore prove difficult to traverse for the Black Wagon. The low road to the nest of Trieste passes through razor-sharp sands. Jadar searches for a solid path forward to little avail. Fine, these blasted lands. How do we proceed through this? Perhaps it may be of some assistance. This place is not so unfamiliar to me, nor are its hidden denizens. Please remain with the others until I return, madam. I shall not be long. The minstrel disappears into the cliffs before Jodar can protest. In the meantime, you and she continue to keep watch, sensing unseen eyes. The last time that one disappeared on us, we searched for him for days. This time he soon returns. I have secured safe passage through the nest of Trieste. We may proceed. No downside celestial landmarks. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. Secured safe passage with whom, exactly? Just then, a winged woman dives down from the sky. She looks Jodari up and down, and then she soars away without a word. The lone minstrel says nothing more either. Jodariel's scowl deepens. For centuries, the Commonwealth withstood the High Wing Remnant's treacherous assaults, thanks to soldiers such as she. The last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. They are as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior. The Archjustice and Drubalus 9. I don't know, I wonder if it'd be different if you hadn't been in the hospital the day before a big project was due, didn't have any energy for it after that. But to be fair, I didn't do anything that week for it ahead of time. Absolutely, yeah. It's so frustrating you've had such a rough year and it makes me angry they aren't being kinder. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough stuff. Jodara lost 4 hope for the next right. Rough. Okay. Well. At last you arrive at the nest of Driesta, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watch your wagon's ascent, and remain watching now. Oh, look at this thing, damn, yeah. These background, like, titans and behemoths and things are always so cool. Don't be so harsh on yourself. We all procrastinate. You could have expected that. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, no, everybody procrastinates. Even the most organized person does it to some extent. What's in here? Page of stuff. The hunt for myrrh. My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness he understood the folly of his quest, and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the Imp Haub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers that he would have to face. Many enemies of Myrrh would come in search of him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. I don't know, this semester, before you had to withdraw for a bit, you got mono and had a cyst rupture. It caused you to spiral and couldn't finish everything, but your professors were just so kind about it, and to me that needs to be the norm. It's not coddling, it's compassion. Sure, absolutely. Yeah. I think I'm going to watch The Walking Dead tomorrow, hang with y'all, and lay down instead. Oh, nice, Sammy. Top tier procrastinating, thank you. Nice. Yeah, we're all proud of you no matter what. I'm proud of everyone here no matter what. 100% compassion is so important. Absolutely, yeah. And I get from the other, like, that side of things that, like, when you have so many people that you're teaching, it can feel daunting to have to sort of set aside the mental energy to treat each and every different case with sort of the compassion and, like, within the context that it requires. But it's I think it's really crucial for everyone involved. What do we got at the slug market? Hey, you guys, what brings you way out here? No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. All I want you is to get the best deals on the downside. Okay, look at all the stuff that we got. Archer's Flame. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bear's pyre is restored. That's kind of useful. Any adversaries banished by the bear take longer to return. That's okay. I want to buy all the Stardust that we ever see. I don't think I need either of those. I've got pretty good relics. Yeah, it's overwhelming in that regard too. It's why you don't agree with huge lecture classes without adequate graduate assistance or other help to lessen the burden of the professor. Sure, absolutely, yeah. I honestly don't know how this will compare to institutions in the States. My largest course that I was in university had a class size of 1,000. But that was just a particular first-year psych course that was really popular because the professor was fantastic, and so everybody liked to take it as their sort of like elective when like they weren't actually in psych. It would just be like one of their extra side courses, and like everybody liked to take it. My usual class sizes were much more reasonable, and in the early years they were maybe 40. 50 people, getting down into like the later like third year and fourth year, they tend to be getting down more to like 20 to 30-ish. Wow, 1,000. Largest course you taught was 30-ish. Yeah, that was 30 was the more usual number. That course in particular was kind of an anomaly. Though I mean, it wasn't too much of an anomaly. There, I had like other first year courses that like maybe had like 100 or 150 students. Basically, there were lots of large first year courses that like a ton of people have to take before they sort of split off into their specializations. I was just gonna say, with all the money these colleges make off us, they could hire more people. Sure. Well, I mean, it's the fact that colleges and universities are even run as for-profit institutions is a whole other discussion. So much of the higher education and even high school system is so messed up when it comes to stuff like that. Sure. Biggest class was around 500. You think? It was a mass communication course because the professor was so loved, but he had 25 TAs. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head how many TAs my course of 1,000 did. I hope he had a lot. Although I don't think he had 25. Let's get over this. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Yeah, you're welcome. Damn, your high school was like 500 people total. Can't imagine that as a singular class size. Sure, absolutely, yeah. My high school was also about 1,000. But that was one of the larger high schools in my area. Okay, yeah, let's go to the right. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Trieste, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no sign of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. Oh yes, I do remember that the harpy tune is a bop. This then is what passes for the Nightwings now? Such a rabble. Not even dressed for the occasion yet. Seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We have not come for talk. No, you have come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark my words well. Mark my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With this, the harp swoops off as Jodaro glowers at her. Winged warriors from the mountainous offskirts of the Commonwealth, where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they would darken the skies and retake the land. It is only then you realize another harp has come. She's quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name is Pamatha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. Surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now. Though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jodariel. No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the way, however did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I am loath to give away, Hedwyn. You have set our course thus far, and I have followed, so do as you must. That Sandalwood had better have an explanation for all this. Jodariel storms off as Hedwyn turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pamitha, who has been watching with bemused interest. Ah, a reader, are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like, and tell your comrade the truth of it, why don't you? Middle school had a grade size of 30 at most, sure. My middle schools were, for a grade, were about 100 or so. Biggest high school course was, I think, 40 people, and when I transferred, I was in classes of like 15 to 30, sure. I'm gonna try to get some sleep, trying to manifest a better week by trying to get some routines in, hoping all of you have great nights ahead of you. You're all amazing, and I'm so happy to be in the same timeline as all of you. Thank you so much, Mango. Thank you for stopping by and being here. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful to be in the same timeline as you. Get some good rest. I too am hoping to get into a little better routines soon. I want to get back into exercising. I want to start going to bed a little earlier. Yeah. Have a great night. Get some good rest. You sense that she's conflicted about something, though you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives here and now are earnest. Hedwyn wants to know your initial impression of Pamitha. She seems alright. You're willing to take Pamitha at her word and see in her the potential for a valuable new ally? Express your reservations. It may be that her training gives her some resistance to your scrutiny. Admit you do not know. Having only met her, you cannot sense whether to trust her and defer to Hedwyn. Heard Pamitha as Agatha because you were half listening. What are your impressions of Agatha, love? Do you think she's trustworthy? She seems alright. You tell Hedwyn that you think the group should take its chances with Pamitha and take her at her word. My thoughts as well. I think and hope Jodariel will come around. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions, if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why sure. I love a good condition or 2. First, after we finish here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodariel, whom you met earlier. Brilliant. I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get along famously. Now I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see she is right. Pamitha Thane joined you. She has a score to settle.
I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Trieste. And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with 2. One from the Pyre Heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see. Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home?
I like this winged lass. She's great. Yeah, Amethyst is wonderful. The whole cast is. The entire ensemble for this game is fantastic. Simple, I see red wings and go. From a distance, you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing's garments, heads towards your adversaries on the right. You. What sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. She's one of the winged harps of the Hyman agreements, now bound in exile. Their parents named them Tamitha and Pamitha. Pamitha's bloodsister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here, with them? Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister. I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. Expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk? You waste your time as ever. What's life is not a waste of time, dear sister. Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence. You shan't have come here. And the time for talk has long since passed. If only you could see yourself, again, consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor their defeat. But I warn you, stay away from me. Pamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Oh my god, so Hedwyn is your favorite, right? I don't know, is Hedwyn your favorite? Is one way to name your children? Yeah. Did we know that's Christopher Sapphire? Who is Than? You can't with yourself? Oh, the voice actor. Gotcha. I understand what's happening. Pamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this right on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, and as is the tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. So Gilman refuses to participate in the rites tonight so that Pamitha can face her sister. Gilman, you weren't guaranteed a position either way. We've got a lot of people in our crew now. You're still pretty new. Kinda near the bottom of my list. Like, I like you, but you weren't guaranteed a spot. You observe the treasure strain. Pamitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
Now, let us get started.
Oh. We have to use Pamitha. Okay. Shoot, who else am I going to use then? Can't use him. Who do I want to give her? She's kind of slow. I've only got like 4 trinkets, so I gotta give her something. What are my experience levels at? You two are my highest, I think. Rupee's kind of close. Tizo's doing actually pretty well. I'll probably just use my 3 least leveled up. Oh, except I can't use Gilman, unfortunately. So we'll use Pamitha, we'll use Bay, and we'll use... Rookie's almost 3. Rookie, I guess? Which means Pamitha needs... the contract? I can't remember what Pamitha's skills are. Is she any good at eliminating enemies? We'll find out. You're in. Oh, I thought you never asked there, darling. I accept. If the little bird is going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. Okay, Jody. So Jody and Gilman are out. Okay, but it'll let us use anybody else that we would want to. I mean, Rookie. And Bay are my... Huh? Oh, yeah, you got it, chump. Get in there, Bay.
Bay.
Why don't we all have wings? I want to have wings too.
It is done.
Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic it is that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nowhere else that I would rather see you rot for what you did to our people and to me. Wow. They don't like each other. Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. Come to be at your mercy in all this. I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in this state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we of the Hiving Remnants can do.
Reader, you put yourself amidst a feud between two sisters?
Okay, so
That seems entirely unwise. Even for you.
Thank you, narrator. I
Tread
appreciate it.
lightly around that exiled Pamitha. Her kind's all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
Okay, then so oh yeah, it moves people out of the way. Gotcha. There's nothing in the environment I can manipulate this time, right? I can't cheese anything. Okay, she does like a dash. While tackling, she can't be banished. That's useful. See, darling, we harps, we're not so bad. Now I suppose we better get to work, hmm? Sure. Just don't go underestimating Pamitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. To the skies, sisters. Talon formation.
My goodness.
Okay.
The path to glory
Just run it in with
laid
Faye.
bare.
Or not Faye. Faye, rather. Rookie, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly? Huh? No, I mean, not really. Anyway, what makes you ask? Listen up. My blood sister there, she'll swoop right past you if you're careless. But we harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated when I used to do that to her. Press X to block flying adversaries. Gotcha. Understood.
One false move.
Okay.
Onward thus to greater glory.
Sneak it in with Rookie. Easy peasy. And we'll just keep trying to get eliminations with Pamitha. What are they doing? They're having some struggles. Oh, I missed. Okay, okay. You gonna come over here? You gonna come after me? Oh.
There
What?
goes the harp.
phase too fucking quick. You don't stand a chance, you crazy harpies.
They did it!
Or Bay. I keep calling her Faye because that's what I named her last time. Bay's OP.
Down goes that one. One careless step.
Oops. Didn't get it charged up quickly enough.
Flames of freedom.
30 left. That's 2 more scores, I think. We gotta be getting close to enough in eliminations with Pamitha here. Surely.
Poor exile.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Well cast.
Okay. Okay, maxed out. Perfect. Nice try. Oh, blocked me. It's okay.
Such
Oh,
is the fury of the
couldn't stop that
high-winged
one.
remnants.
Love the shield. Yeah, the shield's fantastic.
How comical. All of the essence gone. They did it.
Okay, one more. Damn you, Pamitha. You're no true Thane. To think that you have the gall to call me sister still after everything you wrought upon us. I hate to break it to you, Pamitha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familial status. Look, I know I wronged you. That's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if you've come all over this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it. You and me. You think you see Pamitha shake her head? Everyone, stay back. Oh, it's a 1v1!
What is it those two think they're doing?
And I lose.
The rights are not the
Check
place
it.
to settle petty scores.
Oh, she
So
juked me
Tabitha's
out.
the better sister
Rip.
then. Let us continue in the customary way. Tabitha has plunged into the fire.
Yeah, I'm not blocking correctly. There we go. Yep.
Yes. And it is done.
Okay, there we go.
The you-know-who prevailed.
The you-know-who.
Their adversaries must be rather shaken after that. The right is ended.
You Commonwealth filth. Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. You have postponed the coming of our liberty. But we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side shall have their day, with or without my aid. Pamitha, wait, please. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pam? Pamitha? Pamiford? Pamworth? Pammy? Pamantha? I can't believe we've been stuck in a Pamitha for almost a year. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. At least we beat him though, huh? My name's Rookie Greentail, by the way, and I think we're heading back now, so you coming? Sure. I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways. 'Twould appear that rookies not too old to learn new tricks.
faster, stronger, and a little better looking too. I mean, is there anything I can't handle? What other options do we have for you? Sprinting accelerates faster, that's pretty good. Vanished, 50% chance to return in 1 second. Faye's almost level, or Bay's almost level 3. Oh, Panther didn't quite hit level 2. That's okay.
Until the next right.
After overcoming the essence with aplomb, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move, and how best to integrate Pamatha into the group. The essence is a triumvirate of winged harpies, harboring a deep hatred for the Commonwealth, led by the harp Tamatha Thane.
Agras temporale.
Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my fresh air so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rites will cause my path and Tamatha's to cross again before long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamatha. Trust is what got us here, isn't that right, Rookie? Baruki does not seem to hear the question. He's been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Tamatha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside.
Ligeratus.
Rita, ask a moment of your time outside.
Consul simpletavas.
There's somewhere I must ask we go, here in the Black Basin. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? You look towards the heavens. Seek now your destination. Is it right over here? It looks like it is.
Satempralis.
The Glade of Lu directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with his wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us?
Requestarevas.
You may ask him yourself. He awaits us, somewheres in Waking Wood, due west. How do we find him?
Inveremas.
He shall find us. Seems you are soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west, where he supposedly was. What do we got in the wagon? I'll check on... Ooh, what's this? Pamatha's moonshine, kept close at hand in the off chance of a good occasion or a very bad one. What's this shield up here? Sir Gilman's crest. Official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth, oft sought by worm knights. Sir Gilman's status, soliciting practice partners. My lovely reader comes to me again. To what do I owe the pleasure? You have nothing new to say to us?
Venta visitam.
I shall be here if you need me. Pamatha. You approach Pamatha, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. Since she's unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling? In those first moments when we met, that vote of confidence in me which you relayed to that nice headwind boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past its wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group, and you just go with it? However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I have business with my blood sister Tamatha, and nothing more. Briefly met, I think. She's quite the catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story, all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again, maybe not soon, but in time. And we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talk with someone like me. Besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Let us continue our journey. So we're going to a sulfur mine. A precarious path leading towards the woods, the lone minstrel cautions that the one path down the cliffs is rather treacherous. The wagon hits a snag descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jodaro is not pleased. First, that blasted little bird, now this. You elect Jodaro's wrong strength. You join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Te faras.
He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes towards Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. So we can go to Flamberg. Lands on a northern plateau over Wakingwood, pocked with seething fissures. Sir Gimlin claims he can dig up something valuable. We can go to the Glass Peak. Lands to the east of Wakingwood, riddled with black crags. Pamela says she can procure a talisman here. I would like to have some more talisman options. Having gone the route Pamela recommended, she directs you towards a particular crag, no more conspicuous than any other. They clip our wings before they cast us down, you know. But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamela swoops up to a nearby peak and disappears behind it. She does not keep you waiting long and returns bearing an item of some sort. For you, Rito darling. We high-wing remnants stash away such things for such occasions. Titan Tooth is becoming useful. What's it do? After blocking airborne adversaries, the bear briefly stuns them and knocks them back. It's okay. I'm not very good at blocking airborne enemies, but it's a useful item to have, I think. Or, I mean, worst case scenario, we could probably sell it for good money. Having passed beyond the black crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of the Wakingwood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling. He ought to have met us here. He said he would find us himself. Aye. He was to find us at the edge of these woods. We supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire the stars to be your guide, as always. The rights beckon, and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Then, let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The Lone Minstrel notes two possible paths forward from this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Well, we don't know. We can go to Needlefield, a small clearing east of the Glade of Blue. The Lone Minstrel says his client Sandalwood studied the rights here. We can go to Greymoor. Contains the grandest trees in all of Wakingwood. The Lone Minstrel says his client Sandalwood once resided here. Let's go this way. Why not?
Simagra rictus.
Sandalwood is a master in the rites, or used to be at least. Then, well, it is not my place to say. Doubtless he shall tell you in due time. Now if only we could find him. He used to mentor his own companions in the rites, not far from here. However, you find no trace of the informant anywhere nearby, and without his guidance you remain quite lost in the woods. The woods seem to have encroached. There's no path forward, while neither of the paths leading back appear to match the route you took to this point. Oh, we got a backtrack. Okay. Burnt Grove. Ashen grounds amid Wakenwood. Bay seems to be drawn to this location for some reason, or the Under Thicket. Southern pass through Wakenwood. The Imp Tizo seems to wish to go through this location. We almost always choose Bay. Let's go with Tizo this time. The woods are so disorienting at this point you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. Beyond the Crystal seeks Jodariel. Nice. We'll talk to the minstrel first.
Are legaratus.
Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there's something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. The minstrel wishes to tell you something of the rites. Hear him out. Seems a wellspring of information concerning your quest. Maybe later, your concerns right now do not include a need to hear accounts of ancient history. No, we'll hear him out. We'll absolutely hear him out. Bid him to continue, and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say.
Las petaritas.
Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rites I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted the Withdrawn and the witch Udmild, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name. Slack, the Astralborn. I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmild for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that can be believed.
Kirasi feret.
It was ruled over by the greater titans. The one called Yaslak was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Colossal monsters that once roamed the downside. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Yaslak's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. However, Yaslak did not truly die, for by some accounts, it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return unto whatever planet or plane that banished it to ours.
Cogna benictus.
So in a way, it is in exile, just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus the ravings of Udmild are more or less inconsequential for the while. Yet the history of Islak is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more in time.
Teruntadage.
I hope all of this is of some reassurance, and now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I shall go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. He heads out into the afternoon, bidding you a good rest of the afternoon. Let's go talk to Sandra. You've returned. How can I help you, if at all? What's on your mind? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I've been imprisoned here? Sandra's asking you the duration of her exile. A year? Sandra appears rather useful. Surely her incarceration could not have been that long. 10 years. Perhaps Sandra has been trapped within the Beyonder Crystal for a long time already. 100 years? Sandra could have been imprisoned for much longer than her appearance suggests. 1,000 years. Maybe guessing an observed number may do something to raise Sandra's spirits a bit. Let's say 1,000 years. You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough I shall be getting there. I have been imprisoned thus for 837 years. Jesus. According to my count at least. It's possible I have lost track, although, given my state, I can assure you that I have ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long it has been. Although, enough of that for now. Let's get back to business. What else shall you ask of Sandra? Request of her a scribe trial. You need but choose among those unenlightened fools with whom you travel. Jodaro is the only one who can handle it right now. Can I give her a talisman of some variety? Oops. Oh, I fucked up. Let us consider who among these idiots is worth my limitless time. That's pretty funny. Okay. Drag this in here. There we go. Now let's do it. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Jodaro. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that is not a secret I can teach. Let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jodaro appears, and he at the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? Demons such as Jodaro are slow to move in the rites, but have huge auras and inflict heavy pyre damage if they can close the distance with the orb. What is the meaning of this? Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You are good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weakness perhaps outweighs your strengths. Though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. 3 harpies. Good start. Oh, no. I took too long to respawn. Shoot. Shield. Okay, well they got me that time. 20, okay, so they can score 4 more times potentially. I need to score twice more. Oh, okay. Just the once more and then we're good to go. And we got it. Easy peasy. You satisfied now, Wraith? I'm never satisfied, Demon. However, your performance was sufficient, and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order. To you and your lovely reader, now farewell. Now I get to eat my donut that I got during my break. was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? We got her horn, which is cast our order further and faster than usual, plus 15%. Dope. Was that everything? Okay. Back out we go. Perhaps the tall grasses in this area hold some clues about the informant. Find nothing of interest while sifting through the tall brush in the under thicket. But then,
Kalasivama.
what is it, Tizo? Tizo seems to have found a clue to the whereabouts of the lone minstrel's client. The lamp brings you a strip of bark. It does not seem unusual at first until you notice a message carved onto the inside. Bark strip. Can be sold at the slug market. Must mean something. Notify the group.
Hogari Santa?
So some kind of message from this sandalwood guy? Seems that way. Which way to Cinder Root? A hushed clearing south of the Glade of Lu. Grounds well traveled by saps knowledgeable in the rites.
Templatave.
It is due northwest. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. Now we can do our vocations. Just gonna keep mentoring people. So we could do... Faye's not 3 yet. We could do Faye. I mean, she's the furthest behind. I feel like that's the play, probably. Fine then, let us chat together for a spell. Having that gained a somewhat stronger grasp of how to better pass the celestial orb through the strength of will and trust in one's triumvirate than through dexterity alone. She nods in understanding. Private lesson, plus 1,000. Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you on this, whether you like it or whether or not you like it. Okay, what do we got for trees? Well, flying moves faster than usual. It's pretty good. Use her dash ability in rapid succession, and for less stamina, also pretty good. After saluting, instantly switches places with her nearest ally. Interesting. Tamitha permanently gains plus 8 quickness, making her move much faster. That seems really strong. Gonna head to sleep. Have a good one. Okay, Sammy, thank you so much for hanging out for a bit. I appreciate that. Get some good rest. It's good seeing you. I hope you have a wonderful night. For 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, moves 30% faster than usual. Casting can trigger an aura burst. Banish while Winged Fury effect is active. She returns twice as quickly as usual. It's pretty good. For quickness, presence, and hope, making her better all around. So that's a larger stat boost overall, but I'll take this initially and think about which of these trees I want to go down. You know that we all can feel your guidance when we have the orb, don't you, reader, darling? Onward we go. Oh, no options, just Cinder Root. Reasons to suspect the informant Sandalwood may have come through here. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinder Root, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as your search through the area yields nothing. Then something startles the little imp Tizo. He seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo. You look famished. Here. The tall sap, tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition, produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation.
Kodashem.
Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Valfred Sandalwood. Gonna try to take a shower, feeling so sleepy? No worries, love. Oh, I forgot to read the Sandalwood part, that's okay. He's the lone minstrel's client, Headwind's informant, and leader of the Nightwings. It's been too long, Valfred, sir. Enjoy your shower.
Lerame tempus.
Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days?
Simbaratas.
They do, sir. I think you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. Stab looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts.
Iredet.
We shall see. Then he turns to you.
Ashtaji ligaratus.
You must be the rooter. I'm certain that Where am I at? I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my boy. But we shall manage on our own from here on out.
Kereamerastes.
You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all this. Valfred intends to relieve you of your duties to the group. Insist on staying. You have been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. Bid everyone farewell. The leader of the Nightwings has returned. You can tell when you are no longer wanted. Remain silent. This cannot be happening. To have come this far only to be brushed aside by some strange sap. Insist on staying. You stand your ground, meeting Valfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitment. You do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied.
Saveras.
Hold on. Valfred, sir, I'm Hedwyn. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you, and also to this reader. Not just a reader, he's our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Valfred smirks at this.
Libreta varojet.
Freedom's not something that can be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh.
Serevare rames.
It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours.
Maderum sat.
Now then, Tariq?
Nimsare.
Aye, Valfred, sir?
Davis granitas.
Come, let's have a chat.
Paroshta sare.
Of course, sir. Valfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Valfred Sandalwood joins you. He knows much of the rights. Welcome him aboard. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lu, which is, according to the stars, the next right just to commence here. The great sap scholar Lu Scolarian here vanquished the brute titan, limbless Arazek, where the stars direct you. Valfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Okay. As we've been left to our devices, I need to take just a couple-minute break here again. It won't be as long as the last one because I don't need to get any snacks or water this time. I just need to use the washroom quickly. So I will be right back, and then we'll hop into this next right here. Okay. Who wants to talk to us in the black wagon? Ooh, sandalwood. We'll check the book first, though. The demon. Emperor Mur. Scarcely could I recognize him when I last found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp who proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to move. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. It's a wild story they're weaving in that background. What's up, Volfred? As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then...
Simdare tuves.
Tariq, if you have a moment.
Lusham datiskem.
Aye, Volfred, sir. What is it?
Regum trageras.
This reader, you deem him worthy by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction.
Sumta verias.
If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed.
Barosta.
Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. Aw, thanks Tizo, I love you too.
Sumagasemta.
There you have it, sir.
Histos.
I see. He continues to examine you.
Seprana dertus.
High praise is enough spoken by those two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now pardon us, Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Okay. Slug Market. Hey you guys, you know, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise which we opened here just now, so give you a great deal, just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood.
Dusheliamitas.
Good to see you as well, Rom. Buy all the Stardust. Buy every piece of Stardust ever. Once per right, if the bear's fire is extinguished, it is instantly restored by 5. Oh, so it's like a... Interesting. Nah, I think we're good. Must be a lucky day here, I don't know what, Dad. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on the right. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site of Glade of Lu and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt for some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Oh yeah, this dude. I forgot. Well, goodness, by the roots of Luce Glorian. It would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment. Sap closeted his mask with wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manly Tinderstoff, at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know as the Chastity. We shall soon stand against you in the rights. For now I am just whiling away the time, making small talk. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then in your mind's eye you see Volfred and hear his voice. He's a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. Manly Tinderstoff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well... Beneath her master, Daryl stares back at him in silence. You suspect Walford's message may have reached every member of the group. Why now, how very rude indeed. Well fine, ignore me, but do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rites commences any moment now, then I'm afraid ignore me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Emily bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn. Cells may choose from different masters each time they rise in rank. A certain item lets you repick if you want.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader.
Okay.
And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I will do my best. I wonder, O honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. While Jodaro continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent! Then fine, let us begin the dance, indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return to my proper station in the Commonwealth. Okay.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
What are we looking at here? He's kind of slow. We don't really know what his abilities are yet. They've got a nomad. They've also got a harp. They're all quite slow. And it's going to let us use everybody, I think. Take all of our talismans off for a second. Except for this one, because it only equips to Rupee. Actually, Jodariel has one that only equips to her now, too. Toss on for the second. Okay. So if I just want to go with my least leveled up characters, I want to use these two and... is it still Faye? Or still Bay, rather? Yeah, those two and Bay. My least leveled up. We haven't used Headwind in a long time. Because he had to sit out one and then... Let's use Headwind and we'll give him... They're kind of slow. Maybe we'll give Gilman the contract.
Sir Gilman.
Send Headwind out. Rupee's faster, and they're kind of slow.
Rookie.
And we'll send her. Send her with, I guess, this? Sure.
The choice is
try that.
cast.
You can count on me, Rita, darling. Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, come along. Let's give the stars a show. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why, he's every bit my equal, and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstoff line shall have a bright, bright future. Manly sapling which not only has a name that bears a similar posture and likeness to him. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. This knight does not know about you, good rookie, but he's quite finished listening to that sap's idle blather. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Come on, let's get him. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen, Sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself.
Anyway... Gilman may not have been the play here.
That's it.
Shoot. Okay. Oh, I ran into that. I got a little too...
How sad for Manly.
Killed myself there, that's okay.
The flame is stricken.
Okay, there's one score. Oh, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Now do be careful now, these grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. Okay, that's fine.
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate. Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved instead for you. Sir Gilman plunges into the fire.
Gilman's speedy. Dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much sooner. Okay, that's fine, I really...
To each his own. Their fire sputters.
Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here? Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb, and let me handle this. Somebody wandered.
A deftly thwarted drive. United in banishment.
There we go. Oops. It's okay. Oh no. Yeoman? I don't think I've got enough eliminations with Gilman yet. If I
Too slow there, Panama.
do this, if I leave it over here.
A shameful outcome.
Oh! Yeah, well they scored, but that's alright.
Trick.
It's not a big problem.
Tis what the
Shoot.
scribes ordain.
Maybe I shouldn't fool around here so much. Shit!
There it is.
Okay. Let's just go win.
This is the road to ruin. Splendid.
Alright, you Nightwings. I've had it up to here with you. Or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all those encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. This is fine.
Now go.
That's right, give me a path up top. Ooh. Okay, I missed somehow. Shoot. Gotcha, bitch.
Remember everything which you
Okay.
hold dear. The rite is nearly ended.
Come on.
Bask in the purifying flame.
Oh, we still need one more. I thought that might have done it.
The orb.
That's right. Come over here. Expose a path up top. Ooh!
All for naught.
Wait.
Wherever did the Nightwing
Oh, shoot.
go?
There we go.
And it is done.
There we go. Easy peasy.
Fine, yes, the Nightwings did prevail. Meanwhile, their adversaries wallow.
Okay, hi,
in
welcome back,
defeat.
love. How was your shower?
The rite is complete.
Yeah, that's how we do it, people. That ought to wipe the smug look off that sap's face. Well, my, my, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I'm very, 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 very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. Instead, however, you decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Now ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Oof. Panther and Gilman just barely didn't level up. That's okay though. It's not a problem.
Until the stars align.
That was well done, my boy. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. Thanks, Sandalwood. It was okay? Mm-hmm. During the rites, press A to pass the orb when in danger. You shall regain your defensive aura almost immediately. After besting the chastity, triumvirate bent on exploiting the rights to gain status in the Commonwealth, led by the sap H. Manly Tinderstoff. Yeah, love. While you were in the shower, I triumphed against chastity. You're trying to go ahead and consider your next move. Adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes. Adequate for the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars. See where they take you next. Oh, damn, I mean, sounds legit. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. The plan Wolford mentioned. I just want you to know I don't know what it means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. There's always a catch, right? We'll see what Wolford has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. Once more you look towards the heavens. Seek now your destination. Ooh. This one looks fancy. Saw him the Golden Star. The Golden Star shines bright over the highest mountain in all of the downside. So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north where looms Mount Elodial, and at the very top, the Fall of Solium. Now the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites was first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly? Alfred, sir, how did you know? Alfred smiles back at you, but him, but you sense his thoughts as though he's directing them at you.
I too can read, my boy.
Oh shit. English voice actor.
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwig. Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique. But as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you all about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest. And for that matter, so can I. If you'll excuse me. Since your companions are exhausted from their recent travels, given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Is there anything in here? Not really. I was beginning to wonder when you would return. What do you got, Sandra? Nothing. Okay, that's fine. Visit me again sometime when you need further practice. Will do. Let's go part of the way towards this next rite. I don't know if I'll do the next rite though. I am feeling pretty tired, so we might wrap up just before we get to it. At dawn, Wolford is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Sklorian Shore. You have been to this region of the downside. Wolford reveals that this is to be the one path through the woods to the north. Let's take it. Let's go. Sklorian Shore. You clear the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodial. You will have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Wolford calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. Oh my gosh. What does freedom mean to you? Doing what you want. Freedom means being able to make decisions on your own terms. Achieving inner peace. Freedom means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. Having no master. Freedom means answering to no one's will other than your own. Going where you please. Freedom means being able to go where the heart yearns without restriction and without fear. To feel true love. Freedom means not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed. Living without fear. Freedom means living life without concern for others' judgment or approval. Nothing at all. Freedom is just another empty goal to chase, to give one's life a false sense of meaning. Remain silent. Freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. I mean, I'd say they all, probably other than this one, I'd say they all are aspects of the definition. Try remaining silent. Your thoughts on freedom are your own. You hold Wilfred's gaze, but do not answer them. You feel the tension growing, but alas, he breaks the silence on his own.
Cum veritas.
So, freedom means you can defy me, is that it? Well, I suppose it does. Or perhaps you haven't spared the subject any real thought, and don't know what you think I wish to hear. No matter. I pose the question to get you to think. He then turns his attention to the whole group.
Non libra desertus.
Now let me tell you all what freedom means to me.
Ma libra narum sarosh.
Freedom means to live life without fear. To be able to indulge in one's curiosity and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, what you choose to think, or not think. He looks out towards the distant mountains.
Reluce travestam.
Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more,
Cerestam sublaritas.
and you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not truly be free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost. The 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear that they shall not intervene firsthand.
Pederandas vare.
That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking at each of you.
Ramsetam libra.
Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now.
Seprandum sancte
The
gratia.
plan, then, is this. We free each other from the downside through the rights, then we meet up on the other side. We organize.
Arcedere splare.
Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. The burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. We're plotting a revolt.
Sirim dare.
Just so. I'm asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself. You know by now we can see through it.
Preservare gares.
But you need not be part of this. Nor is it my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others.
Temptache baromet.
So, if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now. Lord pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs.
Iradet.
Very good. Some of you consider yourself friends, some others not. But all of you are bound together through the rights, and are integral to our plan. Remember that.
Quare velibralias.
You seek true freedom. You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth. But, together, you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. And he lets out a long breath.
Fare taurus.
That's it. I ask you all to think on this. Let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Alfred turns towards the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. We gotta go through the pass. Alfred indicates that this this is the only way to reach the base of Mount Elodial.
Pensariste menturis.
Beyond lies Mount Elodial. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain. We shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Discuss the plan. Oh, the crystal seeks Tizo?
Huh.
Let's talk to Sandalwood first.
Urum Marias.
There you are, my boy. There was something which I wanted to discuss with you in private. Alfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then...
Chantage amitas.
You do not know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this, I sense, is nascent, still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing forward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know, or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they would know themselves, other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected, when at first we met, that you already knew the truth of this from having read the passages in the Book of Rites, which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path towards enlightenment, and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you've not gotten to that part just yet. Wilford breaks free from you and looks at you again, then he speaks to you as normal.
Darum care saste.
It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you are getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises may have been shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. For this journey we are on, it has no guarantees. Not for you, nor for any of us. Do you understand? Wilford indicates that readers such as you cannot go through the rites. Say you understand? There's more at stake here than your freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there is a way. Say you do not care. You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. Say nothing. If Wilford really wishes to know your thoughts on the subject, he knows where to find them. The warning is of little consequence to you. You've always known those keen to warn against one course of action or another. None of it swayed you, and as ever, you shall forge your path.
Irredet.
Very well. A lack of concern is fine with me, although I do not share your outlook. As long as yours is not a lack of understanding.
Merensena zemta.
Know that we have much at stake here in this, anyway. Much more than just a shot at going back into that commonwealth, which cast us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then, we'll have lots more time to chat, as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. He strides out of the wagon then, leaving you to with your thoughts. One trial. Okay, we'll do the Tizo trial, and I think that'll be the last thing for the evening.
Norim Casteja.
You bring me brief reprieve from solitude. What seek you in exchange? We'll talk to her first, though. What's on your mind?
Igriata.
Very kind of you to visit me again like this, oh lovely reader. For I was just standing about in the blackness of this void thinking it would be most pleasant if something were to happen for a change. There was a long period of time that this incarceration of mine failed utterly to do anything but bring me peace of mind. Not much of a punishment.
Melograti.
I invite you to imagine an upbringing among the Sisters of the Arch. An ancient band of killers trained almost from birth to carry out their missions without fail. All the sisters needed was a name and a sum of 500 sol up front. Living on the outskirts of civilization, your days all full of training which could kill you or just cripple you for life. How do you suppose I lost my sight? Through glorious battle with the scribes? Or in a careless sparring session with my master? But I've not forgotten enough just yet. In any case, at first I welcomed the prospect of not having to struggle every moment to survive. But in less than 2 centuries, why, I started to grow terribly bored. It did not help at all that the Nightwings of the early days were the stodgiest lot you could imagine, obsessed with obeying the book as strictly as they could. Some of them started to remind me of myself, I think, when I was young. Such idiots, the lot of them. Ah, but what am I saying, lovely reader? I shall not bore you further with such matters. I would have bored myself to death back then, if only I could die. Like so many things, I think mortality is something often taken for granted, until it is taken away. So, given your mortality, let's say that we get back to business here. Let's do a trial. Certainly. This should be the target of my wrath then, would you say? Tizo... we need to give you... I mean, probably just the quickness thing, right? Seems like the best option. You asked Sandra to administer one of our special trials for Tizo. I dare think I remember something of that imp. He certainly stood out from all his ilk. Although that really is not saying much. Well, let us bring him forth. Tizo soon appears in heat of the summons. Tizo seems to be prepared for whatever lies ahead. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, Imp. You answer to me here. Tizo indicates his understanding is prepared to begin Sandra's trial. You know the formalities, of course. Show me, then, what you have learned thus far about the rites. Here in this trial, it shall be just you, my Beyonders, and your lovely reader. Let us see how you fare. I'm up against 3 nomads, okay? Oh, shit. I already fucked up. Oh, and they scored right away, okay. Ah, fuck. Got caught in the wall there. Come back, Tizo. Shit. Okay. How much do I have to score? 3 more times. Okay, that's alright. Come on, come up here. Come all the way up here. That's right. Yeah, you... Oh shit, that caught me? Fuck. I think I'm gonna lose this. Okay. Fuck's sakes. Yep. Okay, I gotta let him push in. Or he'll just jump over me and beat me. Fuck. Tizo's frustrated having failed Sandra's challenge. Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. Come now, Imp. This test is not meant to be easy, even for the likes of you. I would tell you not to waste any more of my time, but then my time is there for you to waste. So try again, now or whenever you so choose. Yeah, I can do better. You think that Imp shall fare better than before? We soon shall see. Got this, little man? Yeah. Hey, Safe, welcome in. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Okay. There's no way for him to block those jumps, I don't think. It's just a big problem. Good to see you and doing okay, thanks. How are you? Glad to hear you're doing okay. I'm doing okay as well. Pretty tired, actually. We're probably wrapping up pretty shortly here, sorry to say. But I'm doing well otherwise. Oh, he's just gonna chase me down. Okay. So back. Oh, thank goodness. Just barely got there in time. Shoot. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop. That's okay. I only need one more, so I should be good. Especially if I just rush it like that. Much better. Hope you're able to get a good round of rest in. Yeah, I should be able to. I'm trying to slightly shift my sleep schedule and go to bed a little earlier most nights and get up a little earlier most days is the goal. Tizo is excited to have completed Sandra's challenge and awaits her approval.
Instrusam.
A worthwhile effort, Imp. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Your predecessor may well have approved.
Mon protraje paloge.
Thus, congratulations are in order, to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Tizo is happy to be back and wonders what it is that Sandra granted you. Take a closer look at the new artifact in your possession. Cobb's Wing. Tizo's flutters and zips abilities cost less stamina. That's actually very, very strong. That's really, really good. Nice. I'm glad to get that. Okay. But I think it's a good spot to wrap up. I mean, it's not actually that much shorter of a stream than usual. Really, I've done shorter nights than this, certainly. I'm glad to be playing this again, though. Pyre's a lot of fun. And it's just so gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Thank you for streaming. Yeah, thank you all for stopping by and being here. I appreciate that. Sorry that to end so quick after you got here safe, but it's good to see you. Let's quickly go check who's on Twitch. You can wait for Twitch to become responsive or exit the page. That's what you like to see. Wonderful stuff. There we go. Now it loaded up. Sort of. Why is Twitch so not good? Nothing to apologize for. I appreciate that. trying. It's loading. It's trying its best. Okay. I just had to see how far in. So Za is still doing his 12-hour Wander Song challenge. I was just making sure they weren't too close to 12 hours, but they're at 8:44, which is still an extremely long stream, but plenty left to go. So we will go and raid Za. And we will say... say... Can we wander into your heart? Perfect. Excellent, love. That'll be our call. If you want to, if you're not a subscriber but you want to come along on the raid, one sec here, I'm modifying it for you. We'll just use a standard heart emotes. So if you want to come along, we welcome everybody who would like to participate. Grab whichever version you would like to use. And then it's, if I can, okay, there we go. Now it should be doing its thing. Hopefully it's pulling people in. I can't tell because, okay, maybe it's not Twitch that was running poorly and it's just my computer. Because OBS is like not loading things properly either. Okay, yes, it looks like the raid's working properly. And it's pulled people in. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out tonight, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I say this every weekend, but I'm going to be trying to get sort of back on schedule. I've been... Usually, when I'm feeling good, I try to stream 4 nights a week. Lately, it's been more like 2, sometimes 3. Gonna try to do all 4 this week. We'll see what happens. But I appreciate everyone who keeps coming in and hanging out and stopping by. I really enjoy having you here. So thank you very, very much. With that said, we're gonna go hang out with Za, and I will talk to y'all later. See you next time, hopefully. I love you all. Take care of yourselves and have a good night. Get some good rest. That's not the right screen. There we go. Okay. Good night. Love you.